now I think we're going to have Sheriff Thomas join us from Potter County. Something special. I think that I want to say that Chuck, you kind of dug in on this story. They kind of had to discontinue it, I think, because of COVID, shopping with the sheriff.
Shopping with the sheriff, yeah. And
yeah, but this guy is one of my heroes, just a leader of leaders. And one of the things, though, is he really cares about the people in Potter County and his whole community, not just in Potter County. And the idea, I think it bridges two gaps. It helps those young people who don't know how to feel about police because of the negative stereotypes. And it also shows them that somebody else cares. Sheriff Thomas, welcome to the show this morning. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you for inviting me on.
One of the things that did you have to stop doing shopping with the sheriff because of COVID? You couldn't have the contact. Is that why we discontinued the program there for a brief bit?
Well, that and funding. I mean, that's not something that we want to take tax dollars to do. So we had to find another source to get that money with. And so we were very fortunate earlier this year that we joined with a partner called the Law Enforcement Partners. And they went out and sold ads on this calendar. And they got a bunch of money off of that deal, or a lot of support through that. And we got like $4,800. And so that was immediately what I decided we were going to use that for. They also made us some coloring books, and it's kind of personalized. You can see my picture in there.
Hey, I like that.
That is cool. That is cool.
So we have those for our kiddos and for our businesses, and everybody that bought it, of course, bought an ad on the calendar, got calendars. And so that was immediately what we wanted to use. And then we also got with one of the banks here, First Bank Southwest. We called them and asked if they would help us out as well, and they gave us a big donation as well. So we're able to go. Of course, we all know that we have our SROs in River Road and Bushland. So I had each one of the schools there find 5 kids. So we have 30 kids we're going to take to the Walmart, and we're going to let them go shop. And each one of them, I think we have right about $300 that we're going to be able to let them spend. So I think it'll be a great time. Sorry about that.
Wow. Well, no, that's wild. Go ahead, Chuck.
And so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Sheriff Thomas, I tell you what, it's easy to buy me off. Hey, man, just let me blow the siren. I'll be perfectly happy,
Well, come on out there.
I'll take you up on that. If for so many of these kids, this is really the only gifts that they will receive. Can you go into that and stress that for me?
Sure. I mean, we got with the school guys and they got with the counselors, and we looked for those kids that were in the most need. And that's, and that's where we got our kiddos from. And, some of them may be single parents, something else happened in their lives or something that they might not be enjoying a big Christmas. And so we wanted to try to help with that. And we're hoping that we'll continue this partnership with Law Enforcement Partners, also with First Bank Southwest as well, who's been very gracious with us. We also have our Potter County Law Enforcement Association that we're working with, and hopefully next year they'll be able to come and help us out with this as well. So, and we hope it's something that we can continue to do. We did it for about 2 years. Funding went away. COVID again, like I said, David, was a little bit of that to do with it as well. So we got the Walmart out on Gem Lake or Tascos Road or Emerald Boulevard, whichever one you want to call it. They're gonna let us come out there and shop out there with them. So we're looking forward to it.
And that takes place next Saturday, right?
Yes, sir. It's the 16th.
Next Saturday, the 16th. And how, if we want to help contribute, if we want to help out in some way, so this is a continuing thing, how can we do that?
Well, you can get a hold of our office and ask for somebody with the benefit board. They're the ones that take that funding, and it goes into they're a nonprofit. Not only do they help our employees, they do birthdays, they help if they're struggling, anything like that. They do our retirements and things like that. A subsidiary of our benefit board is also, we have a wellness board that is part of that as well. and they do a lot of help with our guys that are suffering mental health, stigma that comes with the job, unfortunately. And so they're very, very active in doing things. They did something new this year. They brought in each quarter they brought in a speaker to come in and speak, and the officers signed up to go to it. Very good. I went to several of them. Just a wonderful program. You see that all the time in law enforcement, and is the mental aspect of that. And we see a lot of things that most people think of shouldn't bother them. We're just human, just like everybody else, so it does bother them.
Well, you do just a great job of interacting with the public. You do something special every year for your deputies. You take time out and open up the doors of your home, and you have a great plate of food waiting for any officer who has to work on that day, or anybody who maybe they don't have a family close to us, or maybe they have no set plans for Christmas. But you and your wife and your family open up your doors and invite them in. To be a part of the holiday thing. That's a great thing. That's something you don't have to do. That wasn't part of your job requirement, was it?
No, that started actually 31 years ago. My mother-in-law asked my wife, so where does he go eat since he's working? And I said, well, whatever convenience store has a hot dog in, that's where we're going to go eat. And so she was the one that kind of pushed us along to that, and we've been doing it ever since. We fix a full meal. We have brisket, turkey, all the fixings, and we start at 11 o'clock on Christmas morning. We run anywhere between 3 and 4 in the morning the next morning. We open that up to any police officer, APD, DPS, our guys come out. Everybody that wants to come on. We've had news people have come out that are working, and we let them come in and eat. You bet. I mean, we got it. We serve anywhere from 50 all the way up to 107.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow, that's a lot of folks.
That's impressive.
That's being and I have 2 turkeys I'm going to give to Sheriff Thomas to help feed those young men and women who keep us safe each and every day.
Well, and it's something that we enjoy. It's a part of our heart. My kids, they grew up with that. I remember one year they were still pretty young, and we decided that my wife had been able to take off, and it would have given her about 14 days off. And we decided, let's go do something for Christmas. We'll go do a cruise. We'll go somewhere.
Yeah.
And the question out of both my kids' mouths was, well, who's going to feed the policemen? I said, well, we just won't feed them this year. Then we don't want to go. We want to stay.
Oh, wow.
So, unfortunately, that has come to an end. This will be our last year that we're going to do that. I say that. We'll see what happens next year. I have 3 grandbabies now, and they demand a little more attention now because they're getting old. And so that, and I'm getting old, and it's hard to stay up all night long. But
I know.
I'm really, really hoping somebody else will take that on. We've had a blast doing it, and we'll see how long my wife can go without doing it.
I know. Leading from the front, as being the example, is like I said, the hallmark of a great leader. Sheriff Thomas is just that in Potter County. Don't forget, you can shop with the sheriff. Come out and donate, help out this cause. It takes place next Saturday morning. They'll be at the Jim Lake Road, like you said, Tascos Road, Admiral Boulevard, Walmart. And Sheriff, thank you so much for what you do, man. Your hard work. Be safe out there.
Well, thank you very much, and you guys have a Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas, Sheriff. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more chat right here on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2.